I used to believe silence was my shield. If I stayed quiet, I felt safe. No one laughed. No one judged. No one noticed me. At that time, I thought that was enough. I didn't know silence was slowly stealing my future. Every morning, I sat in the same seat, that corner, near the window. I watched other students speak English confidently. Their words flowed easily. Mine stayed trapped inside my chest. Whenever the teacher asked a question, my heart raced. My palms became sweaty. My mind screamed the answer, but my mouth refused to move. I wasn't stupid. I studied. I understood. But knowledge without courage is invisible. And I was invisible. One day I stood up. My legs shook. My voice trembled. The sentence came out broken. Wrong words. Wrong sound. Wrong confidence. The laughter wasn't loud. It was soft, quiet, enough to hurt, enough to make my face burn, enough to make me sit down and disappear again. That day, I promised myself, I will never speak English again. Felt safe, but safety built on fear is a prison. That evening, the road felt longer. My shadow followed me quietly, just like my voice, just like my dreams. At night, I asked myself painful questions. Why am I scared? Why do others speak so easily? Why do I freeze? The answer was simple. They practiced. I avoided. One day, I saw a child learning to ride a bicycle. They fell. They cried. They stood up again. No one laughed, because falling is expected when learning. That moment hit me deeply. Why do we accept mistakes in everything? Accept language? I didn't start speaking in public. I started alone, in my room, in front of a mirror. One sentence, just one. The grammar was wrong. The pronunciation was terrible, but the effort was real, and real effort changes lives. I made a rule, one sentence every day. No pressure, no perfection, just progress. Some days I skipped, some days I failed, but I always returned, because quitting hurts more than trying. Fear didn't disappear, but it got smaller, quieter, weaker, because fear dies when faced. One day the teacher asked a question. Before fear could stop me, my hand went up. I spoke slowly. I paused. I made mistakes, but I didn't stop. No one laughed. The room stayed quiet, not mocking, just listening. That's when I learned. Confidence doesn't come before speaking. Confidence comes because you speak. Days passed. Weeks passed. My English improved, but my courage grew faster. One day I noticed another student, quiet, head down, afraid to speak. I saw myself. I sat beside them and said, "It's okay to be slow." Those words healed both of us. Helping someone else made me stronger, because when you lift others, you lift yourself. English stopped being just a language. It became confidence, opportunity, a voice. I looked at my past self, quiet, scared, invisible, and I felt proud, not because I was perfect, but because I didn't quit. If you are silent today, it does not mean you are weak. It means your voice is waiting. Speak badly, speak slowly, speak wrongly, but speak, because the voice you are afraid to use is the voice that will change your life.